How's it going, guys? Topic for today's video, developing your external world versus developing your internal world. So your external world would be your external world, so what you see around you, relationships, your finances, your health, versus developing your internal world, which are your thoughts and your beliefs about the world that you're seeing. So something that I've definitely realized over the past couple years, since I've kind of put myself on this path of self-development and adventure and all that kind of cool stuff, is the biggest thing that I've realized now is that things external from me cannot make me happy. Now you might think my lifestyle, I'm always feeling really good, really happy, really excited, and I would have to tell you that that isn't necessarily true. So many of the things outside of me are exactly as I would like them. So, I have a great new relationship with Aaron, who you've seen on camera. So we've been dating for the past 8 months, and that's great. I have a very fit, lean body. I have a very high level of fitness and a very lean body, which I've worked really hard at. And I've also, cleared my face of really bad acne as well. So a lot of things external from me, as well as just kind of like my day-to-day living. So for example, I haven't actually worked for the past 2 months. I was just living in Chicago for 2 months. Now I'm back in Canada right now. So all these things external to me are the things that I want in my life. I really enjoy having them. But the thing is, what I've realized is that those things, they don't make me happy. Or they can't make me happy. Happiness and self-value, self-esteem is this thing that comes from inside of us. And it's something that I've been reading a lot about, because what I've realized is that I don't fully love myself all the time. I don't feel like I'm always good enough, or like I don't feel that I have this high level of self-esteem that I really want. And what's really interesting is that we're conditioned that when we go in pursuit of the things that we do want, so maybe it might be a better job, a bigger house, or more money, or whatever, right? In the pursuit of those and in the achievement of those, we're going to feel fine. We're going to feel good about ourselves. But until we have that, we're not allowing ourselves to feel good in the moment. And that's one of the biggest things I think that we can really start to learn, is that we can feel good in any moment. And this is something that I'm starting to focus around in my life a lot more right now. So I live very simply, I live very clean, and I want to live more intentionally. So I want to intentionally feel good about myself whenever I want to. And I've come across a really, really cool book. It's called Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. And the author is Kamal Ravikant. And what I'll do is I'll put a link to the book to Amazon in the description box below. I recommend that you pick it up because what I'm starting to learn by reading a lot of different resources on the internet about self-esteem and about really loving yourself, right, is that not only will you start to feel more content with yourself, but your life around you becomes almost more magical. It's like things really start to happen much more effortlessly for you, because you have this internal feeling of feeling really good. And when you feel really good about yourself, more things will come into your existence through, maybe you can call it like the law of attraction. That more things will come into your life for you to feel good about. And so it's this whole idea of loving yourself is really kind of fascinating to me, because we've been conditioned to not really love ourselves. We've been conditioned to always constantly compare ourselves to others and to feel like we're not enough. And this is something that I've experienced in my life throughout my whole life. I was just rereading through the little free ebook that I give out on unconventional living, and how I used to always compare myself to my other pupils in school. So I'd always compare my grades. And I was kind of like the smart kid or the brown noser, right? So I was always expected to have the highest grade in the class or like the highest score on the test. And when we'd compare our test scores afterwards, if I was like beating the other kids, then I would feel good about myself. But if I didn't beat the other kids, then I wouldn't feel good about myself. I'd feel inferior. I'd kind of feel like, oh man, like why did they get a good score? I didn't. And I just kind of feel down on myself. And what I realized is like I still do that comparison. I still have that habit of comparing myself to others. And through comparing yourself to others, it's really a kind of a fool thing to do, because where you are at your life is where you are right now. It is what it is. Where I'm at right now, it just is what it is. And I can be working towards changing my life. But I think the most important thing that we can really do is start to focus on being just totally grateful and just loving where we are right now. And that kind of goes against what the culture is kind of like telling us to believe. It's telling us to always strive for more, strive for more, strive for more, and to not be grateful where we are right now. And I think this is really important. So this is something that I really want to be talking about a lot more, because just on this journey that I'm on through traveling around and doing all this cool stuff, I realize sometimes I'm just not feeling, I'm just not really loving myself all the time. Like it kind of goes through like periods of like really loving myself and then feeling down on myself, feeling good about myself, feeling down on myself. So how I like to think about loving yourself would be that loving yourself or having self-esteem is just a different thought pattern than the one that you have right now. And it's through conditioning ourselves to have those thought patterns on a continual basis that is actually, I think, would improve the quality of our lives. I don't think anything has to change externally, but what we're thinking about, how we perceive things that are going on around us. I think that's where the biggest change can really take place and really improve the quality of our life. So this is a bit of a different topic of video, but I think it's something that really kind of aligns with this simple, clean, intentional message that I want to promote. So simplifying your life is like minimizing your life just to the possessions and the relationships that really matter most to you. Cleaning up your life is kind of like removing the distractions, like the news media, advertising, things that really don't improve your life all that much, but kind of make you feel a certain way and condition you, and then living intentionally and deliberately. And that's where I think that really loving yourself is like an intentional decision, because it's something that we feel moment to moment. It's not something that you just buy in a pill or you just buy and it's just a one-time kind of thing. But loving yourself is a thought pattern, so it's something that you constantly have to work at. It's like developing a skill in anything else. So if you want to improve your fitness, it's like you have to constantly go out and do running or swimming or cycling and continually improve over time by repeatedly doing it over and over again. So it's something that I'm going to be talking about a lot over the next couple weeks, couple months, couple years, because I think that that's really, really important. So I definitely recommend checking out the book "Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It" by Kamal Ravikant. I'll leave a link to the Amazon link, so you can get the Kindle edition. The Kindle edition you can read on your computer or on your Kindle device, and also to the audiobook as well. I love listening to audiobooks. And they're both only $4 each. So if you want to get either the eBook or just the audiobook, it's only $4. But I highly recommend check it out. And you can read some of the reviews on it on Amazon. It's absolutely a tremendous little short book. It'll take you about an hour to read, and it'll kind of get you thinking more along the lines of wanting to change your life in terms of really kind of starting to love yourself. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Peace out.